Got this good old sunset behind me. Sunsetting over here in California. You know what I'm saying? It's feeling good right now too. It's feeling good right now. But yep, I'm not gonna hold y'all too long. We're gonna go straight. We're gonna get straight into this topic. You feel me? So today's topic is growing up without a father, growing up without a dad. You know what I'm saying? Growing up in a single parent household. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all can relate to this topic right here. I know majority of the people that's watching is gonna be able to relate to this topic right here. So first off, let me introduce myself. My name is D Young, Young D, same nigga twice. You are now rocking with your boy on my YouTube channel. So I'm gonna just go get it straight into it. Growing up without a father, and what does that mean to me? And what does that mean to my life? As a child, I was the youngest out of six kids. My mom and my dad together, they had four boys, including me, three girls. I mean, four boys, two girls, I'm sorry, six altogether. And I was the last of the bunch, you feel me? I was the last of the bunch. They used to call me the scrap of the wound, you know what I'm saying? So I was the scrap of the wound, you know what I mean? So yeah, I was the scrap of the wound, and my older siblings, my older siblings, they got a chance to, you know, what I'm saying, be in the same household as my mom and my dad when they was together. Me, on the other hand, unfortunately, I wasn't because I was the youngest, so I was at the end of the road type thing, you know, as far as their relationship with my mom and my dad. So growing up, I can probably count on my five fingers how many times I seen my dad. But you know, he was always, one thing I can say is he was always trying to pop up, and always I can see him like always he was trying to show up and be in our life at times. But sometimes when he would show up, things wouldn't work out, and then he'd be right back to LA where he, you know what I'm saying, where he reside at. Um, but I really want to just touch on the topic of just growing up without a father. So as a kid, me growing up without a dad, I had a lot of anger issues. Always like angry at the world, bottled up inside, just angry, confused. I was always looking for a father. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't there though. Um, you know, and that pretty much took a toll on my life from a kid all the way up into this. I won't say up until this day because I forgave him, and a long time ago I forgave my father, and I left that and I let that be, and I left it up to God, put my feelings aside. So I've been forgiven. So I won't say up until now it has affected me, but up until, you know, from a baby up until I was grown, it did affect me, but not at the current moment. It don't affect me anymore. But it was definitely hard growing up without a father because, you know, I didn't have that male guidance in my life type of thing. You know what I'm saying? What up, Jerry? What up, Kobo? But yeah, I didn't have that. He said Snoop Dogg for sure. But yep, I'm a West Coast nigga. But you know, I didn't have that extra guidance as a father, and you know, and that structure in a household of a two-parent household. So me growing up was very, very hard. Like I said, my mom raised six kids on her own, so she struggled very, very hard. You know, she was a hustler though. Mom was a go-getter, so you know what I'm saying? It ain't too many nights and too many days when we had to starve, you know what I'm saying? But we did go days and nights when we didn't have nothing to eat, you know what I'm saying? And mama just had to get in that kitchen and make a miracle happen, you know what I'm saying? Or sometimes somebody would knock on the door and bless mama with some food. Maybe one of the neighbors seen us struggling and blessed us with some food type of thing. But growing up without a father, it left a toll on my life to the point where when I was a kid, I used to cry all the time, and wondering, just like hurting inside, wondering like, where's my pops at? You know what I'm saying? Where's my dad? Where's that male figure in my life type of thing? So as a kid, I dealt with a lot of anger issues, and it hurt me to the T. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't. And then I told myself, when I have kid, I remember as a kid, I told myself, when I'm able to have kids, I'm not gonna leave my kids. I'm gonna make that my goal. Not saying it's easy, and not, you know what I'm saying, because it's not easy. So I do understand, and I'm not saying I don't understand where my dad was coming from or what he was going through, because me being grown now, I understand how hard it is to raise kids and raise a family and be a present father, because I am a present father now, so I understand what he was going through. But at the same time, I always told myself as a kid, I won't fall into my dad's footsteps, and I'll definitely try my best under God's eyes to be there for my kids. So that's always been my mission, and to this day, I'm present in my kids' life. Thank God. Um, but just back to, just growing up without a dad. Like I said, I used to cry all the time. I was very angry, very confused in my mind. Just always, looking for that male figure, looking for my father. Um, and at times, I always had to turn to my brothers, because that was the only male figures in my household, in my life. You know what I'm saying? And pops wasn't always there for them too, so they didn't even really have all the guidance that they really needed too, far as a male figure. They didn't really have the guidance, so they only can teach me what they can teach me along the way, type of thing. Yeah, I was super angry as a kid. You know what I'm saying? Growing up without a father, and y'all don't understand what that does to a kid. If you ain't got a dad, then you can relate. But if you do got a dad and a mom, y'all don't understand what that does to a kid growing up without a father, especially a young boy. I mean, a young girl too. You know what I'm saying? So that type of thing right there takes a toll on your life. You feel me? To the point where you'll be trying to find yourself so much, because it's a part of you that's missing, and you can't even figure that out. Like, you just got this hole in your soul, and it's so empty, and you trying to fulfill that hole, but you can't fill it because you don't got no father in your household. So me without a father in my household, like I said, in school I was fighting. You know what I'm saying? Anybody made me mad. As a teenager, I was fighting. You know what I'm saying? Not turning nothing down, just fighting, just tripping. Always mad, always angry, always turned up. You know what I'm saying? That's what it do to a kid. It takes a toll on your life when you grow up without a father. It takes a toll on your life. You don't have no guidance. You running in the world with no instructions. Ain't nobody helping you with no instructions. You don't have no male figure in your household. And that's why a lot of cats, you know what I'm saying, turn to the streets, because they go looking for that male figure in life. And when they hit the streets, it ain't nothing but the big homies, or, you know what I'm saying, the homies that gang bang and stuff. So when they hit the streets, that becomes our home. That become our father. The streets become our father. The streets become our second home, because we running away from home, because we not even happy at home, because we don't have a pops at home. We don't have a dad at home. So when we hit the streets, then we got the homies, you know what I'm saying? And then we got the streets, and then the streets ain't got no love. You feel me? So I want to let y'all know that the streets ain't got no love. So imagine growing up without a dad, just your mama. Thank God, you know what I'm saying? Mama giving me all the love, but then I'm still empty inside, because it's a hole in my heart, because my pops ain't around. So then I'm running in the streets acting wild and doing crazy stuff, because I ain't got a pops. Not to say that that's a reason, but that was the reason. You know what I'm saying? And then through high school, I had grad night, you know what I'm saying, prom and stuff like that. No pops around. Um, you know, so that stuff right there, it takes a toll on you. Then you see other little kids with their mom and their dad, and you looking around and you only got a mom. That's a man. That's a horrible feeling, y'all. Horrible feeling, man. That's a horrible feeling. And I want to encourage everybody that do have a pops and a mom in the household. You blessed. Y'all blessed if you got a mom and a dad in the household. If you grow up in a two-parent household, you blessed. I'm gonna tell you that right now because you have a more chance of being successful in life. Studies show you have a more chance of being successful in life if you grew up in a two-parent household, and that's why that's a gift that I wanted to give to my kids. So now they're growing up in a two-parent household. I'm present, my wife's present, we present. There's love in the household. There's a foundation, and that's what I wanted as a kid, but I didn't get to have. So I told myself, when I get older and I have kids and I have a family, I'm gonna try to change the cycle, and I changed it, and I'm still pushing each day. Each day I'm pushing, I'm pushing, I'm pushing, I'm pushing, because ain't nobody perfect and ain't nothing easy in this world. Nothing's easy and ain't nobody perfect. I just want to let y'all know that. How you doing, Herbert? How you doing, Kay? Lalo? What up, what up? Yeah, I'm reading the chat. Nah, this ain't Snoop. Nah, my name is D Young. I'm actually an artist though, y'all. On my YouTube, I got all type of music on my YouTube. I'm an artist. My name is D Young. So when y'all go to my YouTube channel, y'all gonna see all my music videos. Y'all gonna see my albums and everything. And all my music is dope. So y'all not gonna waste y'all time. My shit is like super tight. You know what I'm saying? I got a style out this world. My favorite rappers. My favorite rappers are Eminem, Tupac, Lil Wayne. So just with that flavor right there, and I'm a West Coast nigga, so with that flavor right there, y'all know that I got bars. Y'all know that I got bars. But yeah, man, this ain't Snoop. It's your boy Young DD Young, same nigga twice, man. And thank y'all for all the likes and the subscribes. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. But let me get back on topic. Yeah, I wanted to change the cycle. I told myself I'm gonna change the cycle when I have a family because I don't want my kids to go through the same thing that I went through because I know how it feel. That leave a hole in your heart when you ain't got no pops in the household. You'll be running around the streets with no guidance. And then and now one thing that I deal with right now that I do have kids, I deal with the fact that I didn't have no instructions, and to this day, I'm just learning as I go, y'all. So how hard is that for me to have no instructions, then grow up with a father, but but I am a present father and a husband in my household with no instructions, and I'm doing it. And I'm doing a damn good job, y'all. I'm doing a damn good job. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing very well, y'all. Very well. My son is 14. My daughter's 8 years old. I'm doing very well. My kids are doing very well. My wife got her own nail shop business. So my family is doing very well, and I thank God and that He's pushing me to change that cycle. Because a lot of us run to the streets when we don't got no pops in the household, or when there's problems at home. We run to the streets. You know what I'm saying? So, and I fig and this is my thing. Every child need their parents, need their father, need their mother. You know what I'm saying? The male need his father because he going in the world trying to be a man, and the woman need her father because y'all know a daughter. A father is a best friend to his daughter. You know what I'm saying? So a daughter need her father too. So I just want to encourage all of y'all, you know what I'm saying, to make sure y'all do change that cycle. If anybody that grew up without a father, I want to let y'all know y'all got to change that cycle. Don't let your kids grow up the way you grew up. Me nowadays, I don't even hang around cats. Like if I know somebody that's a homie or something, I don't even hang around cats if they don't take care of their kids. That's just one of my pet peeves. If I know somebody that don't take care of their kids, I shy away from them. I don't hang around with them no more. You know what I'm saying? People gonna see this and probably like, damn, is that what he did? I don't hang around people that don't take care of their kids. If I know you and it's something about you that you don't take care of your kids, I probably ain't gonna call you out on it, cause that ain't my business. But I'll probably just shy away from you because I don't like people that that do not take care of their responsibilities. You live in the block, Jerry? Hey, good looking, Jerry. Yeah, hey, I just ordered like 3 more of these glasses though. This is my style right here. Appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? They should call me Shades. They should call me Shades. You know what I'm saying? Like off of Raising Cain, that show. They should call me Shades. You feel me? No, I'm not in Chicago, but I got family in Chicago. I've been to Chicago one time. That you wouldn't even survive in a second. Yeah, that dangerous shit that you wouldn't survive in a second for real, man. Life is real, you know what I mean? The streets is real. The streets ain't no joke. How did you survive then? How did I survive? I'm I'm here. I made it. I survived. You feel me? I made it. And how I survived, I'm gonna tell y'all how I survived. Who? Herbert, I'm gonna tell you how I survived the streets. I'm gonna tell you right now. Jerry said fighting. Yep, that's one of them. That's Jerry. I'm with you on that one. That's how I survived too. Fighting, um, chin up, chest out, being a man. You know what I'm saying? Not letting nobody punk me, not letting nobody walk over me. But the most important thing was using my mind. That's the most important thing. That's how I made it. Headstrong. Using my mind, hanging around the right people, staying away from people that's not handling their business. I stayed away from people that, if I knew somebody that was doing something bad in life or something bad in the streets, I distanced myself, separated myself. That's how I made it. Being smarter, moving smarter, not being so reckless. That's how you make it out the streets. Choose the right company to hang around. Don't hang around all the knuckleheads all day, every day, because then you become a knucklehead and you become in the same. Then you find yourself in the same troubles as them. That's how you make it, by staying grounded, by putting God first. You know what I'm saying? That's how I made it. I used to be in the street. I'm gonna tell y'all this, and I'm gonna leave y'all with this right here. I used to be in the streets, running the streets, right, with the homies and everything, right, doing dirt, and guess what was in my back pocket? And to this day, I understand why it was in my back pocket. But when I was running the streets, I didn't even know why it was in my back pocket. But can y'all guess what was in my back pocket? I'm gonna give y'all a second. I'm gonna give y'all a second to try to guess. When I was running the streets with the homies and stuff like that, what used to be in my back pocket? Can you guess, Herbert? Can you guess, Jerry? They call you Gangster Kid Jerry. That's what's up. Yeah, right. You know, we come from that. We come from that life. Can you guess, Herbert? A knife? I kept a knife. I kept a pocket knife. Definitely kept that, but no, that's not what I'm talking about. A gun? I kept the strap close too, but that ain't what I'm talking about. Something else, something more powerful than both of those. Something more powerful than the gun and the knife. Nah, but when I got 17, I did get a McDonald's job. Nah, not no crazy stuff like no grenade. No, I used to have a Bible in my back pocket, a little pocket Bible, a pocket-sized Bible that my mom had gave me, right? And for some reason, I just had it was just all I was just like, you know how you change your clothes, bow, you know what I mean? You change your pants, you take everything out your pocket and put it in your other pants, and then you go about your day. I literally would have that Bible in my pocket for some reason, in my back pocket for some reason. And I never understood why. My mom, she was a heavy Christian. She brought us up in church, stuff like that. As I got older, I shied away from church, and now as I got, you know, what I'm saying, now that I got kids, I got them into church. I got my wife into church, but I had a Bible, y'all, in my back pocket. Can y'all believe that? Crazy, ain't it? No, I didn't have no vest. The homie had the vest. I didn't have no vest. The homie had the one. But I had the Bible in my back pocket, y'all, and I used to be running the streets and never understood why. But I always felt that spirit. It was like a war inside my body though. Like I can feel like it was like a war, like the demons was fighting each other or something like that inside of me, to the point where sometimes I would have to look up to the sky, just to get some clarity from God, like let me think clearly, because I was so bottled up and so angry inside when I used to run the streets that I couldn't even think clearly. I couldn't even really hear God's. Like, I can barely hear him. I can barely hear God's voice. Like that's how deep I was. So I guess that Bible, like that was just God keeping me, like letting me know like he with me or something like that, because I didn't understand back in the days why I always had that Bible in my back pocket. But now that I'm older, um, I realized like that was probably God like keeping me, like he was probably letting me know like you belong to me, even though I see the streets trying to take you away from me. You know what I mean? Like I think that's what the message was, because like I don't even know like why I had that Bible back in the day. I used to wonder like why is this Bible in my back pocket, and I used to wonder like why I couldn't hear God's voice. I was like in a dark place in my life, and I just had that Bible. You got a cross chain, Jerry? That's good, bro. Keep that cross chain on you at all times. Keep it on you at all times. It's gonna protect you. So that Herbert, Fortnite all day. He be on that Fortnite all day. I be trying to get on there. That nigga be clowning me like, Dad, you suck. He's like, Dad, you making me die. I'm like, nigga, shut up. I'm trying to learn how to play. Let me learn. He be like, Dad, you making me die. Give me the controller. But nah, I don't be on them games too much. I'm about to buy Mortal Kombat though. I love Mortal Kombat and Black Ops. Those are my two games that I like. So I'm about to buy those two so I can get up on this nigga on his PlayStation 5 and get on his nerves. Beat this nigga in some Mortal Kombat or something. But if you be on Fortnite, Herbert, subscribe to me and put your name in the chat, your little username or whatever, so I can have my son play the game with you. But yeah, y'all, I just wanted to touch on that topic real quick. I don't want to keep y'all too long. What I'll probably do this week is hop back on here again, talk a little bit more, elaborate a little bit more about growing up without a father. But I just want to let y'all know, anybody that's growing up without a father, make sure that when it's your turn, you change the cycle. You feel me? That's all I can say. And make sure that y'all putting God first, and make sure that you stay self motivated, and make sure if you need it, make sure you get counseling too, or just talk to somebody that got an open ear. But I appreciate y'all. Yeah, stay safe, Herbert. Please stay safe. You know what I'm saying? Jerry, stay safe. I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Peace and blessings to you and your family. Make sure y'all subscribed, which I know y'all did. Peace and love. It's your boy D Young, and I'll tap back in with y'all. Yeah, yay.